If you're active in the Mustang hobby, you know that there are a lot of classic Mustangs out there that command a ton of money when they go up for sale. Anything with Shelby's name on it, classic fastbacks, especially the early K-Code and later big block models, and even some of the rare 71 through 78 Mustangs can command a lot of money. But lately, there's a whole new era of classic Mustang that's really starting to appreciate in value, become highly collectible, and might even be a great investment, and that is the Fox Body Mustang. While it is hard to believe, the Fox Body Mustang is a classic car in every sense of the word. And I grew up around the Fox Bodies. I haven't bought one brand new in 1991, so it is a hard pill to swallow. But the Fox was first built in 1979, and the last one was 1993, which was over 28 years ago. So again, these are classic cars in every sense of the word, and the prices are starting to reflect that. So is the Fox Body Mustang a good investment? Well, let's start by taking a look at some of the most valuable Fox Bodies around. Like I mentioned before, many of your most valuable first-generation Mustangs had the name Shelby on it, but when it comes to Fox Body Mustangs, that name is replaced with Celine. The Celine Mustangs are probably the most valuable Fox Body Mustangs, and probably number one is going to be the SA10. Now the reason I say probably is that SA10s are very rare, and when they sell, it's usually a private sale for an undisclosed amount. But on some very good authority for some people in the industry, there have been owners who have turned down over $200,000 for the SA10. Now, the SA10 was built in 1993 as a 10th anniversary Mustang for Celine. Now, when these cars were built, the owner would sit down with Steve Celine, go over all the options they wanted on their car. So, superchargers, aluminum heads, built short blocks, suspension, wheels, there were all kinds of options on these cars, making each SA10 very, very unique. Now, there were plans to build 10 cars, but only 9 were ever produced, and only 8 survived today because one was actually stolen and never recovered. So each SA10 is a very, very unique car and very desirable and collectible today. Now another valuable Fox Body from the Celine camp is going to be the Celine SC. Now the SC was built in 90, 92, and 93. Now the Celine SC stood for Celine Supercar, and these again were Fox Body Mustangs that were built with superchargers, Recaro seats, and pretty much every part in the Celine catalog. Now the most coveted one is the 1993, as only 4 were produced, 3 convertibles and 1 hatchback. Now these cars were north of $40,000 when they were sold new, and today if you can get one of the owners to part with one, a Celine SC will bring over $150,000. Now when it comes back to Celines, there's plenty of other Celines that are highly collectible, so if you're looking for something like that, they're definitely something to look at. The Celine SSC, which was built earlier, even the standard Celines, and if you can find one of the team cars are definitely great investments. Now when it comes to factory-built Fox Body Mustangs, the collectible king is obviously going to be the 1993 Cobra, particularly the Cobra R. Now the Cobra R was basically a stripped-down version of the 93 Cobra designed for track use. Now Ford knew these cars would be collectible, so they required some sort of a racing license to buy one, but a few still ended up in the hands of collectors and were not driven. Now the 93 Cobra R was around $25,000 to $26,000 when it was new, but today a low mileage one can bring north of $150,000 at auction, and even a higher mileage driver or raced one, you're still going to get close to $100,000 out of it. Now even the regular 93 Cobra is still extremely desirable. Low mileage cars regularly sell for north of $60,000, and there's rumors of a 32-mile Teal that has never actually been prepped by Ford that sold for over $100,000. Even your driver quality cars will still bring $25,000 to $30,000, making the 93 the most valuable Fox Body Mustang ever built by Ford. Now another valuable and collectible Fox Body you might not be familiar with is the SAAC Mark I and Mark II. Now SAAC stands for Shelby American Automobile Club, and in 1992 they built a modified Fox Body basically trying to do a modern interpretation of the GT350. Now these cars had GT40 heads, GT40 intake, basically making them a precursor to the modern 1993 Cobra. They took it a step further by doing a 5-lug 4-wheel disc brake swap, adding Koni suspension, and lots of unique graphics to the car. Now SAAC had planned to build 250 of these cars, but only ever made 62 because of the high $40,000 price tag. But nowadays these cars regularly in good condition can sell for over $80,000, making it a very valuable Fox Body that a lot of people never knew existed. So we've talked about a lot of the higher value cars, which are honestly out of the price range of most people, but what about the regular Fox Body Mustangs as an investment? Now, if you're looking to invest in a Fox Body, like I said, there are still good deals out there, but you gotta look a little bit harder. Now, if you're looking as an investment, the rarer the car, the better. So look for some special editions, ASE McLaren convertible, a feature car convertible, or some rare options such as a T-top coupe. Now, speaking of coupes, when it comes to regular Fox Bodies, the coupe is the king when it comes to investment and value. 5-liter 5-speed coupe with low mileage have sold for close to $50,000. Now, right behind them, though, is the GT hatchback. A GT hatchback recently sold on Bring a Trailer for $48,000 for a rare Reef Blue car still in the original wrapper. Like I said, when it comes to Fox bodies, there's tons of different options out there, but the least expensive way to get into a Fox body right now is going to be the Fox Body Convertible. Now, when it comes to Generation 1 Mustangs, the convertible actually demands a premium over the hardtop, not the case with the Fox body. Now, all Fox Body convertibles started out as coupes and were converted to convertibles, so the rigidity of the chassis has always been somewhat suspect. But a good set of subframe connectors can definitely address that issue, and a Fox Body convertible can be a fun cruiser. Now, if you're looking to get into a convertible, there's lots of special editions as well, like the feature car, the 7-Up, and the ASC McLaren, that can make the convertible an even better investment. Now, whether you're looking at a coupe, a hatchback, or convertible, whether it's a GT or LX, right now the most desirable and valuable cars are going to be the stock cars with low mileage. Now again, those cars are starting to already really go up in price, so don't be afraid of a modified car or one with a little more miles on it. Now, especially the modified cars, if you're looking to drive your investment, a modified car is going to be a lot more fun to drive. And remember, the Fox only had 225 horsepower, so by today's standards are actually somewhat slow, so a modified one again will be a lot more enjoyable to have going down the road. Now, if you're looking to add a classic car to your garage and you're thinking a Fox Body Mustang might be the one to go with, now might be the time to jump on one, as the market is getting bigger and bigger for these cars and the supply of higher quality cars is going down and down. Now, a lot of people feel the market correction is coming as the Foxes are just going up in price, but honestly, I don't see it. Because like I said, these are classic cars and finding nicer ones is getting harder and harder. But like I said, there are some deals out there if you look, and if you find a Fox Body you want to check out, we have a video on the channel that tells you what to look for when you see that car in person to make sure you're getting a solid car. Fox Body Mustangs are a lot of fun and have a huge following, and as it turns out, might also be a good investment.